Welcome tonight, and folks, what we got going on is serious. And it's got to be serious. If I put this on and dress up and look like this, we're getting real serious. But I want to give out some thank yous to all the people that's been putting out signs, the people that's been giving me the questions, the people that meet me on the side of the road putting up a sign, stop and take time to talk to me. Thank you. And I want to say thank you to my Valentine back here, Renee. She's everything. She's campaign miracle worker. She's my advisor. She does my emails. She looks up, does a lot of research for me. If I am commission chairman, the people's chairman, we will have the meetings here in this county. When we have a budget meeting, not only will it be in this county, but there will be a time allowed for the citizens to come up and speak, not just have 3 minutes. It is your business. It's your budget. They want to treat it like it's their budget, and 8 out of 10 meetings in the last years, out of the last 10 years, 8 meetings were out of the county. Last year it was in the county and I was there. How many of you have been to the dump? They got a house out there. It's called the GSO office. It's a house that undoubtedly they took it by eminent domain for the dump, but they didn't tear it down. It's an office. It's got a sunroom, 13 foot by 20 foot. The budget meeting this year was in the 13 by 20 foot room with a 4 foot doorway. 5 of us, including James Bell, were there. 4 of us sat in the doorway with roll around chairs trying to hear what was happening inside the room. Is that the way to treat the people of this county? We got a citizens hall that will seat 300 people. And we were at the dump in a house with roll around chairs in the doorway. That's no way to treat anybody. And the people's chairman won't do that. I'm doing this. This is not for me, people. What I'm doing is for you. Because I am tired of what they're doing to you. And I've got 8 grandkids, and not only for you, I'm doing it for the grandkids and our children. If I do not stand up, I'm just as guilty as they are, because I know they're doing wrong. I want to change that and do right. Our millage rate was increased 2 years ago on the county side, 24%. How many enjoyed that increase? If you did, please raise your hand. I need to talk to you after the meeting. I got some property I want to sell. Another thing I want to throw at you is the East Plaza. It's on the primary ballot, presidential primary ballot, right here in the corner. You got a Board of Education that is supporting Fox Hall. Fox Hall getting 30 years of zero taxes, which would be probably $700,000 a year that would go to the school, but they said we support Fox Hall. Well, when you support Fox Hall getting 0 property taxes, plus 0 taxes on anything at the property for 30 years or anything built on 100 acres, I got a real problem in voting to pay another sales tax penny to give you when you give away tax money. I've got a serious problem with it, and I will vote no. I will also vote no on SPLOST. It's time to manage the county responsibly, not planning on taxes. Because planning on a SPLOST is like you buying a lottery ticket, running your business off of a lottery ticket. Boundary Waters, as of today, for the last 5 or 6 years, average loss per year is $550,000. What goes out versus what comes in, we're left with a loss of $550,000. How many of you know how many houses have to pay taxes to absorb the loss of $550,000? It takes roughly 1,200 taxes, 1,200 houses paying taxes on a, say, $150,000, $60,000 house, because you got to understand that only 30% of what you pay goes to the county. The rest goes to the school. So it takes like 1,245 houses paying their tax to eat up the loss of the heated swimming pool. Something I'll tell you, the animal shelter, for many years, every time it come around the election cycle, that animal shelter would come to the forefront. As soon as the election was over, it went right on into the background. The chairman of Douglas County is the chief financial officer of this county. But we have an administrator that makes $156,000 a year. If any of you noticed the ad that was in the paper the other day, that did you know, start looking for them every Sunday and Wednesday. I listed a bunch of salaries. The way the salaries are done now, the commissioners come in, they have a consent agenda item. And on the consent agenda item this last time, it was to allow the chairman to sign the new contracts for 2016. Our commissioner for this district spoke up and she said, I want to discuss the salaries. Tom looked at her and he said, we discussed them at the budget retreat. James Bell was at the budget retreat with me. James, did they discuss any salaries at the budget retreat?
No, sir.
And I'm like, we got something going on here, so I did an open records request to get all salaries for 3 years of department heads and contract people. And what I found was they give Tom the permission to sign the contract. But in between signing the old one to the new one, they get pay increases. One of them was 40% in 3 years. It takes money to run a campaign. And you got to understand, I'm against a money machine. They got their people in town that will donate a lot of money. So I'm going to get off the money stuff like the preacher said, but we got to pass the offering plate sometime and get some money. So I do need that help too. I need your moral support. I got people that can't afford to give $1. I'm okay with that. Give me your moral support, because without your support, guys, I'm nothing. I'm just a figure standing here. It takes all of you behind me. And know that I am for you, and I've been for you for years. I've had some people, one guy got on Facebook the other night. He said, what do we need with Roy Sparks? All he's done is go up there and fight with Paulding County. He's correct in part of it. I've been fighting in 2 counties. 2 years ago, how many of you have ever heard of Common Cause of Georgia? A group that holds people's feet to the fire. 2 years ago, I got a phone call. He said, Roy, gave me his name. He said, this is Mr. Perry from Common Cause of Georgia. I want to talk to you. I said, yes, sir, what about? He said, we've nominated you for a Democracy Award. Would you accept that award? I said, well, Mr. Perry, I'm not in this for the award business. I said, but if it will bring notice to what I've been doing and what I've been doing in Paulding and Douglas County both, if it'll bring notice to what I'm doing, I'll gladly accept your award.